This video demonstrates how you can clean, sanitize and finally purge with CO2 your counter pressure bottle filler and its hose attachments in a few easy steps. I will be showing you two different methods to do this, one by using a keg and the other without a keg. During the video, I will be referring to the counter pressure bottle filler as just a bottle filler for ease of speech. This video has come out quite long because I had tried to explain the procedure in detail, and also I am showing you two different methods of sanitization here. You may initially feel the procedure is quite long, but trust me, when you do it a few times, it won't take more than 4 to 5 minutes for you to complete the procedure. The bottle filler is quite a handful to sanitize because of the many tubes, hoses, valves, clips which are attached in an airtight manner, which makes disassembling them after each use a bit difficult for many of us. I have been using this filler for the last couple of years and I have settled upon a cleaning and sanitizing routine which works well for me. This method is practical as the equipment need not be taken apart. It's easy and doesn't make a mess, and also my filler gets cleaned and sanitized and purged with CO2 in one shot, making it ready for the next session. Some others prefer to immerse the filler in hot water to clean it, but I doubt whether the inside of the filler gets cleaned this way. Cleaning and sanitization of your bottle filler is important after each use, as possibility of yeast, mold, bacteria and beer stones forming over a period of time is more if you do not clean it well before storing. I won't go into the details of how to use a bottle filler and its multiple connections, as I assume you already know about it. I have posted separate videos on how to do the connections for the hoses and also on how to use the bottle filler in separate videos. The links to them are given above. When we look at sanitizing your bottle filler, there are two scenarios that can play out. The first scenario is when we want to empty our keg completely of all the beer into multiple beer bottles using the bottle filler and empty the keg bone dry in one go. Though rarely we do this. In this scenario, cleaning and sanitizing of the bottle filler is easy and straightforward. This is a bird's eye view of how I set up everything for filling and cleaning in this case. The second scenario is when I need to fill only a few bottles, just 1 or 2 bottles. Here, although I fill from a keg, I cannot use it to sanitize the filler. So in the second part of the video, I show you a technique by which we can clean and sanitize your bottle filler without using a keg. Let's look at the first scenario, where I am going to use my keg to fill up multiple bottles and also empty my keg at the same time. As I already showed you, this is how I set it up for filling up multiple bottles and empty the keg. Try to do this in an area where you can make a mess, as some foaming and splashing occurs during filling. This is just a demo only, a sort of dry run to show you the workflow. I have my bottles on my right. I take them and place it on the steel tray which will catch any spills. I use a sanitizer filled bottle as a stand for the filler, from where I take the filler and I fill each bottle. Once the bottle is filled, I then mop the bottle dry and then cap it and store it. I have my keg with full beer behind me on my right and also the CO2 cylinder with all the connections attached. Thus, although I am tethered by the tubes which I show you, I am free to move sideways to my left and cap my bottles in the left side, as all my tubes are in my right side. I can free my hands if needed because I have a bottle filled with sanitizer on my right side. If you notice, this bottle is shorter, wider and heavier than a regular beer bottle, which prevents the bottle from toppling due to the tethered hoses. Once you have completed filling up all your bottles and when your keg is empty, you can go ahead with the next step, that is cleaning and sanitizing the keg and the bottle filler. The first thing you have to do is to turn off your CO2 into the keg. Remove the gas and liquid disconnects. Depressurize all the CO2 from the keg Open the keg lid. Pour away all the beer sediments present inside the keg. Clean it well with OxiClean or any cleaner of your choice. The idea is to remove any visible solid debris in the keg. Then fill up the keg with your cleaning solution, whichever you are using. Avoid using dish soap to clean your filler, as the soap residue left behind in the filler can reduce head retention. Avoid bleach or sodium hypochlorite based cleaners, as they can corrode stainless steel over time by causing pitting on the surface. I would personally recommend sodium carbonate based cleaners like OxiClean, ChemiPro Oxy or NZ-Brew 10. If you don't have any fancy cleaning solutions or powders, then heat 2 to 3 liters of water to around 70 to 80 degrees Celsius and pour it into the keg. Hot water has good ability to dissolve stubborn organic material and flush them out. In fact, I had earlier used hot water for many months as a cleaning agent, and I really didn't have any problems with it. But make sure that you do this immediately after you have used your filler, before storing it away, as dried up beer is quite difficult to wash away later on. Once you have put in your cleaning agent or hot water, close the lid. Give your keg a little shake to mix your cleaning solution and connect the gas and liquid line of the bottle filler. Pressurize the keg to around 10 psi. Now open the beer in valve of the filler. The 10 psi pressure in the keg will push the hot water into the bottle filler, which will wash away most of the beer and other debris inside the lines and the bottle filler into your collection tray. Flush about 2 liters of the cleaning solution which is inside the keg through the beer filler tube. You should keep in mind that the only part of the bottle filler that is not flushed and cleaned is the overflow valve and its hose. To clean and flush this, we need to use a beer bottle. To do this, first close the beer in valve. Insert the bottle filler into a beer bottle and fill it up with your cleaning agent or hot water. Once the pressure equalizes between the bottle and the keg, open the bleed valve or the purge valve to let the cleaning solution out of the bottle through the purge valve. Thus, the cleaning solution will now flow out through the purge valve and its hose. Wait till all the cleaning solution inside the keg flushes out through the purge valve into your collection tray. Once your keg is empty, which you can see through the reduced output of the cleaning solution through your purge valve hose, and if you see that your bottle is full, then empty the bottle now and reinsert the filler. Now, as the keg is empty, only CO2 will come through the purge valve and the hose. Now we can assume that our cleaning solution or hot water, whichever you have used, has flushed your keg and your beer lines and your beer bottle filler of all the beer, yeast, mold, bacteria or anything else present in them. Remove the filler from the bottle and insert it in the sanitizer once more. Turn off the CO2. Open the pressure release valve of your keg. Open the lid. Now that the cleaning step is over, the next step is to sanitize your keg, your beer lines and the bottle filler. Pour 2 to 3 liters of your preferred sanitizer into the keg. I use Amphosan 5 ml diluted in 3.5 liters of water. Pour the sanitizer into your keg and close the lid. Turn on the pressure back up to 10 psi. Empty 1 to 2 liters through the filler tube and repeat the same procedure you did for cleaning the keg previously. Open the beer valve. The 10 psi pressure in the keg will push the sanitizer into the beer line and the bottle filler. Flush only about 2 liters of the sanitizer which is inside the keg through the beer filler tube. You should keep in mind that the only part of the bottle filler that is not sanitized now is the overflow valve and its hose. To clean and flush this, we need to use a beer bottle. To do that, first close the beer in valve. Insert the bottle filler into a beer bottle and fill it up with your remaining sanitizer in the keg. Once the pressure equalizes between the bottle and the keg, open the bleed valve or the purge valve to let the sanitizer out of the bottle through the purge valve. Thus, the sanitizer will now flow out through the purge valve and its hose. Wait till all the sanitizer inside the keg flushes out through the purge valve into your collection tray. Once your keg is empty, which you can see through the reduced output of the sanitizer through your purge valve hose, and if you see that your bottle is full, then empty it now and reinsert your bottle filler. Now, as the keg is empty, only CO2 will come out through the purge valve and the hose. Thus, the sanitizer has flushed through your keg and your beer lines and your bottle filler, and also the keg and the bottle filler has been purged with CO2. Next, you only need to spray the outside of the bottle filler with sanitizer and wipe it dry and store it till you use next time. The second scenario is what mostly happens, and here we fill a few bottles of beer from the keg using the bottle filler to either carry it along somewhere or to distribute it among our friends. Here, unlike the earlier scenario, we do not have an empty keg to use as a cleaner and sanitizer reservoir to clean, sanitize our bottle filler and the lines. So here literally we are going to make a mini keg out of an empty soda bottle, and with a few more connectors and adapters, our mini keg is ready. These are the only things you require for cleaning and sanitizing your bottle filler. First, you require a 2-liter soda bottle. This should not be a regular water bottle. It should be a bottle which is capable of taking pressure. So any pressurized beverage bottle is fine, including soda, Pepsi, Coke. Make sure that you take a bottle with a neck that snugly fits into the stopper of your filler. The things you require to make this mini keg are a carbonation cap, 5 mm internal diameter hose line, a carbonation cap T-piece. You need to connect the hose to the carbonation cap, pass this tube through the T-piece and tighten it well. This hose should reach the bottom of your bottle. Once you connect it to your bottle, tighten it well. Attach the other carbonation cap to the T-piece. Now this is sort of a mini keg actually. This is going to be your reservoir for your cleaning agent and your sanitizer while you flush out the bottle filler. You have a liquid outline and also a gas inline. Make sure that you connect the black disconnect to your liquid outline. Attach the same disconnects you connect to your keg. Fill up your bottle keg with your cleaning solution or hot water. Here again you can use any cleaning solution you want, or if you don't have any, use warm water, 70 to 80 degrees Celsius and no more. You should fill up the whole 2 liters of the bottle with your cleaning agent. First, you turn off the CO2 into your keg, remove the gas and liquid disconnects, and connect them to your mini keg, which is full of cleaning solution. Your mini keg setup is now ready for cleaning, sanitizing and purging your bottle filler. Turn on the pressure only up to 5 psi and open the beer in valve of the bottle filler. You can see the level of the cleaning solution in the keg is reducing now. You have to flush at least half of the solution through the line and the bottle filler. Once about half of the bottle is empty, you can turn off the bottle filler valve. and place your filler in the beer bottle. Now you open the beer valve again in the bottle filler. Open the purge valve also so that the cleaner enters and fills the bottle and will come out through the beer tube and the purge valve and finally the purge tube. Let the mini keg continue to empty. At the same time, you can see our beer bottle filling up. Once the beer bottle fills up, you can see the cleaning solution coming out through the purge valve and its hose. Now all the sediments in the purge valve is getting washed out. Let the mini keg empty fully. Now we can assume that our bottle filler and its lines are completely clean. Once fully empty, you can shut off the beer in line and also the CO2. Next, remove the keg disconnects. And fill it up with any sanitizer of your choice. Once you have completely filled the mini keg with your sanitizer, fix back the T adapter, keg disconnects and turn the CO2 on to 5 psi. The rest of the procedure is just like how you did for the cleaning solution. Flush out half of the sanitizer in the mini keg through the beer tube into the collecting tray. Thus, all your beer line and the filler will get sanitized, except your purge valve and your purge hose. Once about half the bottle is empty, switch off the valve. Now we sanitize the purge valve and its hose by running the sanitizer through it with the help of a beer bottle. Insert the filler into the beer bottle and run the remaining sanitizer in the mini keg with 5 psi CO2. Open the beer in valve and also the purge valve too and run the sanitizer into the bottle. Once the bottle is full, the sanitizer will overflow through the purge valve and sanitize it. Let the sanitizer run till the mini keg is empty. Once empty, CO2 will bubble out through the purge valve as you can see here. Now you can empty the bottle and once more purge the system with CO2 to dry out the hoses and the filler completely. Now you can be sure that the inside of your bottle filler is cleaned, sanitized and purged with carbon dioxide. Next, you only need to spray the outside of the bottle filler with sanitizer and wipe it dry and store it till you use next time.